In this series, we explore the hidden world of Manchester's Orthodox Jewish community, who live by ancient laws. Laws which affect every aspect of an Orthodox Jew's life, including what they eat.
It says explicitly in the Torah, in the Bible, it says explicitly that a Jewish person shouldn't eat blood. Shouldn't eat the blood of an animal.
Everything has to be kosher, and that includes the method of slaughter.
The blade has to be 100% smooth. And besides the smoothness, it has to be razor sharp. If it's not razor sharp, then you're not doing what's required.
There are 160,000 Orthodox Jews in Britain. 30,000 of these live in Manchester. They shop, go to school and run businesses just like everyone else in the country. But unlike everyone else, in some ways they could be living thousands of years ago. For every detail of their daily lives is governed by ancient biblical texts.
Within here it actually tells us how one should get, what you do when you get up in the morning, how one gets dressed, how one acts. Before praying in the morning we don't eat. You know, you've got to pray for your blood before you eat anything. You know, in case we take a drink, etc. How you can greet somebody in the morning, what you can say before you've prayed, what you can't say, how you get to synagogue, what you do in the synagogue, what happens if you turn up a little late for prayers, which part do you miss out, etc. All these things are all there.
Rabbi Kay is one of a team of rabbis working in the heart of the community at the Manchester Beth Din. It's the organisation that all Jews in the city look to for guidance on every aspect of Jewish law.
Name Beth Din means a house of law. It's all amazing because, you see, the ancient law may start with the ox damaging another ox in a primitive society. But that is interpreted into a car damaging another car, or even a more modern sort of electronically damaging somebody's computer, sending in a virus and damaging his data, etc. So the principles are all there. The cow is changed into a car and is changed into a computer, and the offending cow is now changed into an electronic virus. But the principles are all there.
Kettle.
Right, you've just bought this, have you?
Yes.
And one of the things which we do with the very vessels that we use to make our food, whether it's our pots, our pans, our cutlery, we immerse them in a body of water. Water is considered a sign of purity, but yes, they should be taken to the mikvah, and it should be dipped.
Okay.
And I hope you have many, many sacred cups of tea from it. Having sanctified it, I'm sure the tea will taste better.
In the Anglo-Saxon world, religion is more a concept, but is rarely translated in day-to-day activities, very rarely. At most, probably a Sunday visit to the church, etc. Whereas Judaism, in common with possibly some other Middle Eastern religions, is a very intense religion. So there may well be, there is, obviously, a philosophy behind it, but that philosophy is translated into day-to-day, daily activities.
This section deals, well, there'll be, within here, there's quite a lot that deals with kosher dietary laws. I mean, we're talking about, and that's what's called in Hebrew the Shulchan Aruch, the prepared table of all the laws. But, you know, there's many discussions and many books have been written on kosher dietary laws.
These laws are enforced by around 30 full-time kosher inspectors employed by the Beth Din.
Good morning. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Is the boss in?
Yeah, he's through there.
Lovely, thanks very much. Hello. Everything in this bakery will have come from a source which has been approved, produced under supervision. Actually, I come here. How are you? Well, very irregularly. I might come in twice in a week, and I might come in once in a month. Generally, they don't know that I'm coming. They wouldn't know I'm coming into town generally. here you have a sign saying that these items are parv. This means that there's no milk content in these items in this display at all. And the reason for this is because since we don't eat milk and meat mixed together, your customers would be interested to know that can be eaten with a meat meal, as opposed to items in this fridge which are dairy, and people will take them home and know not to eat them with a meat product because there is milk in them.
Put it this way, I mean, if there was a piece of meat in one of my ovens, that's it. Until I contact the rabbi and find out how we could possibly make the oven kosher again, i.e. by burning it out or something like that. And that's it. I wouldn't bake anything else in it. I wouldn't dare to, no way.
Not only do you have to watch what you're doing, keeping kosher costs more.
I get billed off the best in once a month. It's just, one of those things. Kosher food is more expensive, and that's one of the reasons.
Not all the employees have to be Jewish.
The best Jewish law is the Saturday, doing nothing on a Saturday. Not allowed to do nothing on a Saturday. Should be everybody's law, that. There's that many festivals through the year. You've got Cheese Festival, Hamantash, Jewish New Year. You've got so many festivals. We're in the Guinness Book of Records. 1,001 knocks in I think it was, how many was it? 2001 was it? 2001 in 37 minutes knocks, which you roll them out like that and knock them like that.
So here the in-house supervisor is washing and preparing strawberries for kosher use. Strawberries are normally infested with insects and thrips and the like. Well, these are forbidden by Jewish law. We mustn't consume any insects at all, and vegetables and many other different types of products regularly have infestation. Strawberries is one of the problematic items.
You look at these strawberries when they're in the punnet, and you wouldn't think that there could be anything on them. You absolutely, they look perfectly clean and beautiful red, and when you put them in the water and you soak them for a while with the solution, and afterwards you drain them out, you find little thrips, little live insects floating in the water. Well, it says explicitly in the Torah that we are not allowed to eat a whole insect. But the fact of the matter is if the insect is interesting. If the insect is not whole, we're allowed to eat it, and it's a very really complex.
Right. It's not whole.
If it's been dissected, it would be all right. But
because we have a tradition that is given down to us from Mount Sinai. When God gave Moses the written Torah, he also gave him an oral explanation of all of the tiniest details. And that is we have that today in the form of our Talmud, and that tells us exactly how to understand the written Torah. And these details are contained in that oral Torah. So there's no question about it.
It actually says that portions of the insect or sections of the insect are fine, but not the whole insect.
Yeah, well, it's not that it's fine, but obviously it's allowed.
But at the same time, we mustn't go and dissect an insect purposely for the purpose of consuming it. So you can't use it as a loophole. If it's already been done, then it's all right. But you can't go ahead and do it and use it as a loophole.
That was a long time ago. I don't remember.
Sky Movies Premier.
Aha, how are you?
The Manchester Beth Din is one of the top kosher authorities in the world.
Oh, do you enjoy yourself?
Its inspectors are responsible for giving companies a kosher seal of approval here and abroad. For the companies involved, getting a kosher certificate could have a crucial effect on their business.
That's right, yeah, because that's right. He's getting desperate.